What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Sleepy Drippy. Today we're going over my round 6 Limitless 2 qualifier match. In this match I play against Me Too Mally and I take the dub. So let's get into it. Tim right off the back. Starting off with the Dene isn't the greatest, you know. Okay, cool. So I'm looking at my hand because I'm at all that I started Dene, so not sure what to do. So at this point, you know, I just kind of go for a quick ball. And you know, I dumped the metal energy, and I'm contemplating here whether I want to get a Dene, but I realized I prized my other Dene, so I just went and grabbed the ADP. And then, you know, I just energy spinner for a water energy because he doesn't. I looked at his deck and he doesn't have any ways of getting rid of my energy, so I just attached the water energy right away. Attach the escape board just so I can retreat for free with the Dene and pass it on to him. It's a decent turn one. I don't mind researching the hand away if I need to. So. And, you know, he gets rid of the hand for me anyway, so that Marnie doesn't affect me that much, which is great. And I actually get a decent hand. You know, I can attach, bench a Chirachi, research it if I want to, and get a brand new hand. And I can alter the creation. So. Okay. So right now he benched a Chirachi and the Denade for fresh 6 hands, and he just attached the Psychic Energy. At this point I am expecting a Horror House. Okay, put the switch into Cello Wish first, that makes sense. But I am expecting a Horror House by the end of this turn, which I don't think happens. Which is something... which is a play I don't agree with, because if he Horror Houses, he's extending the turn I have to alter creation, because I can't attach metal on it. Any metal energies from my hand, so... Okay, so he has a decent turn, but again, I would have liked to seen a Horror House on his end. I think if he would have researched, I mean, I guess, I thought he had a quick ball. But, okay, whatever. Okay, so I Pokemon Capture, and the reason I Pokemon Captured his Mewtwo was because I wanted to make it harder for him to do attacks and get energy onto that Mewtwo to be able to do some decent attacks, because Malamar can only Psychic Recharge to the bench. And I try to Crushing Hammer his hand away, but nothing. Then, you know, I just alter creation for the turn. Gets rid of the Nag with the quick ball, so he did have a quick ball in hand. So yeah, I think he could have gotten, unless his Gengar Mimikyu was prized. So maybe that's why he didn't go for the Horror House. So with that end, it's good for it's great for me. So yeah, I think at this point, I do think his Gengar Mimikyu is prized. I don't see why, after all the searches, he wouldn't have gone for it. He would slow down my play tremendously at this point if he did. So at this point, he's just thinning his deck of all his options, and then finally, with the last quick ball, he grabs another Mewtwo. He researches for refreshing. He gets rid of what looks like the Stinger and again and so you know he has a decent amount of options of attacks from now on. Plays a chaotic tool, which doesn't matter to me. I built this a little bit so I don't rely completely on Shrine of Punishment, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, so he passes the turn and leaves the Jirachi out active. Okay. So at this point, I don't have a way of getting Zacian out this turn. And I have no way of getting Jirachi into the active unless it's retreating with ADP, which I don't want to get rid of free energy just to search for a trainer. So I think I end up playing the Finny, attaching to ADP, and then attacking with ADP, and then attaching an energy from ADP's attack to Tapu Fini. Because yeah, I think that's my only line of play right now, and the reason... Yep. Yeah. And the reason I do that is because I can, if I have a metal energy, I have several options. One, I have energy switch, which I can energy switch the water energy off to ADP onto Tapu Fini if I need to. I then attach the water energy back into hand and Tapu Fini can attack if I absolutely need Tapu Fini. Or when I finally do get a Zacian, I can just energy switch that energy onto a Zacian, Metal Saucer, and attach the metal energy in my hand, and Zacian can attack as well. So that was my thought process behind that move. I have several options, several ways I can set up another attacker that's not ADP next turn. So at this point, he just smarted my hand, have a catcher, which is great, a custom switch, and a Vitality Band. All great cards that I need right now to get that ADP out of the active if I need to. Although I did lose my energy switch ability, but again, I haven't used any energy switches this game. I can still draw another one if I possibly need one later. And he does go for the tag perch here. I was expecting a Pale Moon, but I guess he didn't go for it in fear that I would switch out and waste it, but I feel like that wouldn't be wasted because he would get rid of a lot of energy. So at this point, since the catcher failed, I don't know what to do, so I just switch into Jirachi. Hoping I find something that'll help me get out of here. And I'm contemplating whether I should attach that Vitality Band. I don't want to get rid of the metal energy in my hand, and I want to draw extra cards. I'm contemplating whether I should even use the custom catcher. I end up just, you know, do attaching it, which was a mistake. It was a misplay because I should have held on to that. I should have held on to that vitality band because I could have attached that vitality band to Zacian, making him swing for 270, and I could have ended the game a lot sooner instead of having to play the game like I had to now because I attached that vitality band to ADV, which you'll see in a little bit. It'll hurt me a little bit, but not too bad, but still, that is a misplay that if I could go back, I wouldn't attach it. Okay, so for the rest of the turn, again, I just interpret sword. I couldn't get the Tarachi out. It's fine. Not too worried. So at this point, I'm expecting him to go either for a Venom Shot on the ADP, or Attack Purge on Tarachi, so that I can't attack with ADP. But I don't see why he wouldn't go for a Venom Shot here, just to take out the ADP and to bring in my energies, basically. But it's not that big a deal, again, because I set up that energy switch with Tapu Fini. I can attack with Zacian next turn very easily. Okay, so at this point he's just thinning out cards in his deck. Took out another Trevnor. I'm just looking at his options, and he does go for the Venom Shot. Oh no, he's Psychic Charging right now at this point. Let's see if he's benched Mewtwo, getting it ready to attack if he needs to. He's taking a little while over here, so I give him the hello when he finally Venom Shots me. Which I agree with that play, you know. He's taking on, not only is he taking on ADP, he's taking 3 energy off my board. And he's basically making Tapu Fini not an option anymore because I need 2 water energies. And I don't have any more, I only have 1 water energy left in deck, so Tapu Fini can no longer be an option to attack. So, you know, I energy switch the Steel Energy onto Zacian. I Marnie. Not only does this lower his hand, but it gives me a little bit of more options, and I get the switch that I need to be able to swing with Zacian this turn. And this is what I mean by the misplay. Had I had the Vitality Band attached to Zacian, or the ability to find the Vitality Band, I think I could have ended the game this turn, but I couldn't. So I just swing and leave the Mewtwo with 10 energy, 10 HP left. Which still isn't bad, but still, you know, I could have ended the game this turn, so. Yeah, at this point, I don't think I'm at risk of losing the game. Okay. So he's Psychic Charging that Mewtwo Mew. on the bench. I'm assuming he's gonna try and retreat with this Mewtwo Mew. At this point, I don't see why not, because I think if he leaves in the active, he loses. And I'm expecting him to possibly go for the Dragonite attack. I'm pretty sure he has Dragonite in the discard. I don't remember if he does or not. But if he could, but that would be the play unless he doesn't have the energy in hand to attach, because he would leave my board with no attackers. But we'll see that he doesn't do that. And at this point, since he benched the Mewtwo that I want to take out, I'm looking at my Discord and seeing if I still have any catchers, a possibility to have catchers in the deck. I didn't remember if I did or not. And I see I have one in the hand, so I mean I only need to dig for one more. And I have a switch, so I can get Jirachi into the active and dig for that catcher if I need to. And at this point, I'm just waiting for him to either attach an energy and Dragonite, but it looks like he just goes for the Venom Shot to take out my Dedenne. Looks like he didn't have that energy. This probably would have been a different game if he had that other energy and took out my Zacian with the Dragonite. Okay. So at this point, I immediately switch into the Jirachi. Stellar Wish, and I draw right into the custom catcher. And at that point, I give him the Will Played. I retreat into Zacian and play the catchers, bring up the other Mewtwo, and Brave Blade for the knockout. And that's game. I take the win 0-1. It was a close game. There's a lot of games that was a very close game. There's times where I think I could have almost lost. If he had that Dragonite, I probably would have lost. But yeah, had I attached the Vitality Band onto the Zacian instead of the ADP, I would have sealed the game a long time ago. But you know, it happens. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please, if you guys want to, I have my Rebel Clash opening video here. It's going to display on here. And then I also have my Limitless Qualifier 2 playlist displaying here at the current moment. So feel free to go check them out. Comment, like, and subscribe downstairs. Comment for me, you know, any better plays I could have made. That could have made the game go a lot better. I felt the game went well, but, you know, there's always room for improvement. So any comments you guys leave makes me a better player, helps you guys out. So again, have a good day and peace.